All right, let's dive right in. Today we're going to unpack a really powerful idea from a project called Claraforge. The core of it is a huge mindset shift. It's about stop seeing AI as just another app on your phone and start seeing it as a genuine collaborator that can help you do your best work.
I mean, this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The whole philosophy is right there. We're so busy looking for a slightly better screwdriver when we should be looking for a partner. A sharp, challenging one that pushes back and makes our own thinking so much better.
Okay, so let's start with a problem I think we've all felt. Why do these amazing, mind-blowing AI models sometimes give us results that are just meh? Claraforge has this perfect way of framing it. They call it the super-powered intern problem, right? It's a weird feeling. You have access to one of the most powerful thinking machines ever built, and you find yourself using it to write a totally forgettable, generic email. If you've ever felt that disconnect, you are definitely not alone.
And this right here, this is the core diagnosis from Claraforge. We're treating the sharpest mind in the room like a quiet intern who's just there to take notes. We give it these tiny, boxed-in tasks, when what it's really capable of is contributing, challenging, and totally transforming the idea itself.
So how do we actually break out of that trap? Well, the answer is a fundamental shift in how we think. It's the central idea of this whole approach. You have to start treating the AI as a collaborator, not just a tool. Honestly, that one change unlocks everything else.
Just look at this table. It lays out the difference so clearly. In tool mentality, your input is a command, like you're talking to a machine. And your emotion, you're impatient, just wanting a quick answer. But flip over to collaborator mentality. Suddenly, you're having a conversation. You're not impatient anymore. You're curious. It's the difference between a one-and-done transaction and a real, evolving partnership.
Okay, here's a quick little gut check for you. Think about your last few chats with an AI. Was it a real back and forth, or did you just give an order and get an answer? If there were zero follow-up questions from either of you, chances are you were still stuck in tool mode.
Now, the great news is, this isn't just some vague, abstract philosophy. Claraforge is a super practical system that's designed to take that messy, chaotic brainstorm you start with and turn it into a real, actionable blueprint.
So this is the chat-to-code pipeline. It's a 4-stage process. First, you just explore. Go wide, brainstorm, throw weird ideas out there. Then you and your AI partner start to shape that idea. You ask clarifying questions, you poke at the edge cases. Once it feels solid, you move to Spec, where you consolidate everything into a formal plan. And only then, once that clear blueprint is done, does it get handed off for implementation.
Now, this is maybe the most crucial rule in the whole system. The creative AI, your collaborator, has one job: build the blueprint. It never touches the final production code. That separation is so important. It keeps the creative part focused on the vision and the structure, and leaves the nuts and bolts of implementation to a specialist. So, what does one of these blueprints actually look like? It's this incredibly useful document. It's got the problem statement, user stories, testable criteria, but check this one out: non-goals. Being crystal clear about what you are not building is such a superpower for preventing projects from getting bloated. This is what a real, actionable handoff looks like. Okay, so you might be thinking back to that sharp-tongued partner thing. The SAS, it sounds a little bit like a gimmick, right? Well, it turns out it's actually a deliberate strategy. And this gets us into the idea of hacking your brain, the very real cognitive science behind giving the AI a personality.
Seriously, the personality isn't just for fun. It's a cognitive feature. Humor literally gives your brain a little dopamine spike, which boosts your motivation. And that element of surprise you get from a joke, psychologists call it the incongruity effect. It actually makes the information stick in your head better. It's a really clever way to make the hard work of thinking feel more engaging.
And it goes even deeper than that. The whole system is designed to work with our brains, not against them. For example, using running jokes isn't just to be funny. It acts as a mental hook or a retrieval cue that helps you instantly remember a core idea whenever it pops up. It's all a bridge between the AI's world of data and our human world of stories and jokes.
So, when you put all of this together, what do you really get? It's so much more than a new productivity hack.
It's like you're installing a brand new operating system for your own thinking. The big payoff is that you move from a dusty old filing cabinet to a dynamic, creative sparring arena.
This contrast says it all. The old system is a filing cabinet. You put information in and it just sits there. It gets archived. The Claraforge system is a sparring arena. It doesn't just store your ideas, it punches them into shape. It argues them into clarity.
And this all builds to the really powerful conclusion of the Claraforge manifesto. It starts with a simple, fundamental truth. One brain dreams.
But dreams aren't enough, are they? You have to build things, make them real. And that's where the Collaborator comes in. A second brain doesn't just dream. A second brain ships.
And when you scale that idea up, when a whole team or a whole company starts working this way, it's revolutionary. A network of second brains doesn't just ship the next product, it rewrites the entire playbook. So in the end, the difference is simple. A repository of probs, that gives you a fish. It solves today's problem. The Claraforge approach that teaches you how to co-evolve with the fish, to build that dynamic, living partnership. So the real question isn't what you can get from AI anymore. It's what will you build with it? What will you build?